Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about shoot prep. As an influencer, as a blogger, you shoot a lot of content. A lot. I would say in the last 8 to 9 years of my blogging career, I have probably shot over 1,000 times, which is quite a bit. But it's a lot of work. You do not just wake up and look like your Instagram. At least I do not. So today I'm going to be sharing with you everything you need to know to take your photo shoots to the next level and make sure you're really prepared for your next shoot. So first things first, you absolutely want to scout locations, right? So you know how people always have these amazing backdrops. There's some people who really focus on color and they're so good at finding like the perfect colored wall. Well, it doesn't just happen by accident. These people are usually taking anywhere from an hour to a few hours to scouting locations. This is really important. So of course you can scout locations in person. So I definitely encourage you to just take a free hour or two, drive in your city, drive in the next neighborhood, see if you can find some new backdrops for your pictures that are going to look great on Instagram, that'll look great for your blog, and that you can use the next time you shoot. Another really great way to scout locations is by using Google Maps. So if you use the satellite view, you can really kind of just pick and choose these little pockets in the city, if you're really familiar with your city, and start to look at these areas with the satellite view. Now, this is probably, if you are better at the whole knowing your city thing, this is probably a better option for you for that. Or even on those days it's snowing, it's raining, or it's really cold, I would do that. But if it's spring or summertime, don't be afraid to jump in your car or even walk down the block if you live downtown in the city and just really take an adventure and find out new locations for your next shoot. Before you shoot, you absolutely want to research references. This is so important. I cannot emphasize. As somebody who loves Pinterest, I love looking for references, right? So if I know that I'm going to shoot a look that has like a black velvet blazer and some boyfriend jeans, then that's exactly what I will look up on Pinterest. I'll type in black velvet blazer and boyfriend jeans and see what comes up. When you get those references, what happens is you'll see how they shot things, maybe how they got detail shots, even how they posed and look in the picture as well. And this is groundbreaking because what this is doing is helping you create this mental and even physical database for you to reference when you actually go out and shoot this outfit. So this is game changing. I think that a lot of people think that people just become magic in front of the camera because they have it factor. Listen, it factor is a real thing, but so is references. So make sure you're going out and doing your research on Pinterest, on Google, or anywhere you like to look for pictures and find some references of your outfit or whatever you're going to be shooting. We do references for flat lays as well. We do references for outfit posts. We do references even for like headshots and things that I want to use when I'm using it for or creating content for marketing materials when I'm about to launch a course. So don't be afraid to look for references for everything you do. It is going to help you feel super duper prepared for your next shoot. You absolutely want to plan out the details before you go out and shoot. As somebody who used to be the queen to just going out and winging it, I would forget earrings, I would forget necklaces, I would forget shoes. It's just really not a good place to be in. So you want to make sure you're planning out all the details, whether you're writing it down, which I think is the best thing because no matter how bad you want to remember, you usually don't because you have so many things on your mind when it comes to this shoot. So write it down, type it out, print it out, whatever is best for you. Make sure you have some kind of list that you can reference to make sure you have all the things you need for your shoot. So that's shoes, because when it comes to shoots, I definitely suggest that you batch your outfits if you're shooting outfit posts for Instagram or anything like that. And if you're interested, I'm happy to go into more detail with that in another video. But definitely shoot more than one outfit at one time. It's super helpful. So for me, that means I list out all of my outfits Every single piece of accessory I'm gonna have with it, whether it's sunglasses, whether it's a necklace, whether it's earrings, whether it's a bag, whether it's shoes. And I write down what one look looks like, so I have all of those things. Then what look 2 looks like, and then what look 3 looks like. And that is super, super helpful, not only for myself, but my team who is shooting me, whether we're going to do a little video on the outfit, whether it's just me and my photographer, but that is super, super helpful. Knowing exactly what you're going to wear, what location you're going to wear it at is super, super helpful. So do not think that you're over planning. You're probably under planning when it comes to shoots, so don't be afraid to list out and plan out the details. Next, you definitely want to go ahead and prep and pack. So I would not suggest doing this in real time. I would suggest doing it the day before or a couple nights before if you have that kind of leeway, and actually prep your looks. So you want to make sure that things are ironed that need to be ironed, that you know exactly where that gold choker you want to wear in this look is. You do not want to find it 30 minutes before you have to walk out the door and meet with your photographer. So absolutely make sure you're going ahead and prepping everything, iron everything out. Make sure you're putting jewelry in little Ziploc bags so things don't get tangled up. You're putting your sunglasses in their sunglass case, that you are folding things in a certain way so it does not get wrinkled. And I always like to say, when you're shooting multiple looks, go ahead and wear the outfit that's most likely to get wrinkled first, because you don't even want to have to deal with a wrinkly outfit once you are on location. I think the other thing that's helpful, if you don't have anything that's super wrinkly, then wear the thing that's the hardest to get out of first, because again, you don't want to have to deal with that at the tail end of a shoot. So prep, pack it up. I like to just use a carry-on if I know that I'm shooting a lot of outfits because I need to go ahead and shoot a lot of things ahead of time. Then go ahead and get your big suitcase. You'll be thankful that you did. If you try to just throw things in a bag, if you try to just take clothes on the hanger themselves, it gets really discombobulated in the trunk or in the back seat, and then you end up working harder than you need to be. So go ahead and take a suitcase or even a garment bag, and it makes it a lot easier to shoot when you prep and pack beforehand. Last but not least are the deliverables. Make sure you and whoever you're working with are clear on the delivery expectations. So if you're just about to go out there and shoot 3 looks, that's a lot of content. When do you need that by? What exactly are you going to be using those shots for? And the reason why you want to establish the deliverables beforehand, right, is because this is really great, because if in fact the shoot is for a brand, then you're really clear on what you're shooting and why you're shooting it. If they want pictures for an Instagram story, but they also want pictures for an Instagram post, then how you shoot those things are going to be a little bit different. But the same thing if the content is solely for you. The way you shoot content for Instagram may not be exactly the same way you shoot it for your blog post, right? Or even for a promo graphic. So you want to make sure you're clear on the delivery expectations, how you're shooting things, what you're shooting them for. Do you need 5 photos to use on a blog post, but you maybe only need a couple for Instagram because you're going to use it for a post and an Instagram story? Breaking all of these down makes everything a lot easier. This is really, really good to include in your planning out details, because maybe in look 1 you're shooting this just for your own personal Instagram, but maybe look 2 is for a sponsored brand post. So don't be afraid to include all those details. It may seem like, again, you're over planning, but when you're out there in the moment, it's going to make your life a lot easier, because you won't have to even think about it because you've already pre-planned it ahead of time. So be clear with your photographer or even videographer when you need the first rough draft by, when you need to pick out your photos, and when you need those edited photos in your inbox, so there is no cross lines of communications. It makes everybody's life a lot easier. Okay, you guys, that does it for this video. Shoot prep is a lot of work, right? And when you realize how much work goes into prepping a shoot that makes you look so good, you'll start to appreciate people's Instagram content a lot more. I just really know how much work goes into being an influencer, and so I'm always like double tapping and commenting on people's work, because it's not just waking up and looking good. People put a lot of thought and consideration and prep work into this. So I hope this has helped you, and I hope your next shoot goes really, really well. If you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And give this a thumbs up if you want to see more influencer tip videos like this. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.